Welcome to the 40 years of hip hop, where we review 1,000 songs over the span of 40 years from 1979 to 2019. So, what you got for us, Ron, today?
What's up, party people? What's up? This is your host with the most, Mr. Ron, and today we got Masta Ace with the track Good Old Love from the album A Long Hot Summer from 2004. What you think about my pick, my man?
So before we dive into this review, this month we are giving away a limited edition Funko Pop Notorious B.I.G. figurine. All you have to do is subscribe to have a chance to win. Also, check out our premium apparel store. We have original t-shirts and more are coming on the way. You like cool artwork? Then check out 40 Years of Hip Hop displayed metallic posters. And our first official collaboration with 1804 The Movement, and that's why we're rocking these fresh caps and beanies. You can find all these links in the description below.
Episode 38. That's a nice pick. For that, I had to bring out the Glenlivet Single Malt Scotch Whiskey. Because this is a song about passion, about love, about something really special. So indeed. I agree with your pick.
Before I dive into my review, I just want to give a shout out to Masta Ace. Because from my point of view, he's the underdog of hip hop. Masta Ace had all of the reasons to quit hip-hop since the late 80s. From my point of view, is one of the most resilient rappers out there. He got dropped from Cold Chilling Records, okay? After that, he went on the West Coast with Delicious Vinyl. His stay did not go as planned, even though he did have a certain amount of success with the INC ride, okay? So at that point, it's about 1997, 1998, and Ace comes back to the East Coast, and he signs a deal with Big Beat Records, which is distributed by Atlantic. So he starts to work on his album, and he has about like 16, 17 songs, you know, and he's at a meeting at Big Beat Records, and the executives are like, Mr. Ace, these songs that you're pitching us, they're not quite radio friendly. Of course, because an A&R would know, right? Mr. Ace, perhaps you can maybe do some featurings, like with Changing Faces, Carl Thomas, or Brian McKnight. So, of course, Ace, you know, he just got a deal. He doesn't want to blow it. Goes back home, and he really tries to work it out, you know. But he comes to the point, to the realization, like, hell no, I'm not doing any of this. Comes back, tells the executives, you know what, I'm not doing this. And they just decide to shelf him, you know, without anything. Oh, okay, thank you, we'll see what we can do. Nothing, the album never came out. At that point, Ace doesn't want to have anything to do with the record industry, okay? It's like, you know what, I've had enough. I've been working so hard, this is not working out. I'm done. So, the game changer, in the year 2000, he hooks up with Filthy Rich and DJ Rob, you know, two producers who had a little studio in Queens, and they were working on a compilation, and they're like, you know what, spit a couple of verses for us, and we'll give you free studio time. And Ace was like, let's do this, you know, why not? So, The album, okay, the compilation album Game Over was a compilation album that was going to be released in Germany only, okay, only in Germany. And look at the lineup, guys. You had Coco Brothers, okay, formerly known as Smith & Wesson, Royal Flush, Eminem, Mr. Cheeks from The Lost Boys, and Baby Sham. So, after a studio session, DJ Rob was like, yo, Ace, you got at least one more album in you. Let's work on something. Ace was like, nope. Not having any of this. I'm done. Like, okay. So, later in 2000, Ace got offered a 13 CD tour in Europe. He accepted, of course, not expecting much, And little did he know, every venue sold out. Arenas packed. People knew the words to his song. Ace was stunned, shook even. He quotes, "I was surprised to see that there was people who were interested in my art. They knew the lyrics, they were rapping along." So, Guten Tag to all my heads in Germany, that's right.
Yep.
So, Ace came back home amazed, inspired, okay, because of this love that he received overseas. And this is how he was able to drop Disposable Arts. Now, this album totally extended Ace's career up till today. After Disposable Arts, which was a very strong album, he dropped One Hot Summer that had this incredible song called Good Old Love. Big shout out to Master Ace for the capacity to adapt without changing. And that's what's up. Okay, so Originality. So you know what? I think that this song has original components. However, it's not a groundbreaking song, and like I said before, it doesn't have to be, okay? Courtesy of Discogs, and this is why I give it a 3 on 5. What you got to say about that, my man?
Well, I disagree with the score.
Of course.
I disagree. And also the point that to be a best MC, what does it take? To be a best MC, you don't need to be the most lyrical, the most fastest spitter, or you just have to be consistent, have a passion and a love, and this is what Ace got. In everything to succeed in life, even if you got a diploma, a degree, if you don't have a love, a passion for what you do, you won't shine. Even if you're the best, you have the best score. So for this, I give it out to my man Ace. Nice description, a brief history why he kept in the game. I loved it, run. And the whole thing, the concept, the whole album is original to me. No one does concept songs and albums anymore. They just spit in the air, and it all falls down on them. They just spit for no reason, for the love of money and fame it must be, And in this track, Ace hints at an early retirement or break from the game, and asks fans and listeners to show him the respect that he has earned over the time, a respect that's been overlooked. And the song is like a memoir of his career. And the fact that you mentioned that he had to go overseas to see the love and everything, and this is what I hate with the hip-hop culture history game. We don't give props to where prop is due, and in North America we gonna go with what the industry tells us to follow. This is new, this is current, this is outdated. Exactly. And when you go overseas, like us up north in Canada or in Germany, Europe, over the world, people respect the art form, the old school rap or the legends, they know the lyrics and everything. You have a following that you will never expect in North America. In North America, once you're era is past, it's over, you know. So
That's
you
it.
got
You're done.
you got people like Diamond D witness this. He went overseas for a lot of years. You never heard about Diamond D in the States because over there he was packing arenas, you know. He was doing shows. A lot of MCs did had to go international to get a living, you know. We gotta give props where prop is due, you know. And for that reason, Originality, I had to go with my fever. I give it a 5. Fiveritis, man.
Mr. G-Man, allow me to tell you that, you know what? Pfizer, okay, the pharmaceutical giant, just discovered something that could help you with your fiveritis, okay? I'm gonna talk to them.
I doubt
All right.
that. I doubt that. 5, it's given when it's due, man, you know?
We'll see. All right, for delivery. All right, my man. So, before I break down my quotable, okay, I just want to state, let's look at the state of hip hop in 2004, okay? Who's basically ruling, you know, who are the MCs that get respect in 2004? Snoop, Ludacris, Nas, Black Thought from The Roots, MF Doom, Eminem, Kanye, Talib Kweli, Jadakiss, Dizzy Rascals in the UK, G Unit, and I'm positive that Ace would be able to go toe to toe with any of those MCs. Well, maybe it could be a tie between Eminem, Black Thought, and Kweli because these are like really, you know, respectable MCs. But the rest, Ace can take them. So for my quotable, I done already showed what I'm above the dissing. See, he's saying that he's just another guy. He's down to earth, okay? And he's not above setbacks, referring to how he got basically released from a cold chillin' and just shelved by Big B, okay? I'm gonna take what I'm own, won't wait till I'm old. Ace is going for his now, okay? He's fed up of waiting. He's been in the game for over 20 years. At that time, it's time for him to get his piece of the cake. The game got rules and y'all breaking the code. The game, which is the music industry, got rules, and y'all, which is basically the non-artists, the A&Rs, you know, the tie wearers, okay, are breaking the codes, referring to the codes of the streets, meaning these guys are the real gangsters. They have no word. They will basically put you out if that means that they can actually make a little money, okay? Y'all don't really think and can be hot in the club, which is pretty straightforward. You think that I can be hot in the club? You think I can't spit like a hot bar with a, you know, a big beat that could be played in the club? Hell no. Y'all think I'm washed up like I got in the tub? Ace has been labeled as a has-been twice in a row, okay? In the late 80s and in the 90s after he did INC Ride on the West Coast, okay? Now, it's 2004 and he's still here with a chart-topping album. So he's not washed up, okay? Courtesy of Genius.com. And this is why I gave it a 3.75 out of 5 for my man Ace. What you gotta say about that, G-Money?
Damn, you're stingy, Ron. Again, I gotta go the opposite, you know? Back in 1990, Ace had a song called Ace is Wild. And he still is and will forever be wild, you know? One of the most underrated MCs. If you don't know Ace, you don't know your hip-hop history. His lyrical abilities are on top by far, and his flow and wordplay is one of the best. Don't forget, he's from one of the crews with the legendary MCs, the Juice Crew. You know, not many crews had so much skilled MCs in there. A lot of crews, they had like one or two MCs, the front men, and the rest were like, they're doing favors to their homies, you know? And also, he was featured on 3 tracks out of 10 on Marty Marl's classic First Control Volume 1, the album, you know, along with Craig G. They were the only 2 MCs, another underrated MCs, Craig G. Both MCs, they had 3 songs. Big Daddy Kid, Cool G Rap, they were featured only on the Symphony track, you know, so it shows the potential of the wordplay that these guys had, you know. Ron already quoted a quotable, but this one is so ill I had to quote it too. What I got is, I won't disappear, I'ma keep on giving, I'ma keep on living, I'ma keep being driven, I'm down to earth and I'm close to ground, and better than most around. This is how hip hop is supposed to sound. Tear them other cats' posters down now. Wow.
Nice. Nice.
This deserves a 5, man. Another 5.
Say what now, brother man? Another 5?
Yep, I got
Pfizer,
the fever.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get that shot. You're gonna get that shot, man. You're gonna get that Pfizeritis vaccine. It's coming. It's coming.
So for production and
All
beat.
right. Production and beat. So, of course, produced by my man Ninth Wonder from Lil Brother, you know, one of my favorite groups out there. They actually in 2019 they did a comeback, and it's definitely worth checking out. Whenever I listen to Ninth Wonder production, I can really feel the beat rock influences. However, he flipped it. What I mean by that is I find that Ninth Wonder is like a more versatile beat rock. You know,
I agree.
He can basically make beats for pretty much everyone, but the same way that beat rock, you know, like he had that snare drum that you could recognize right away, and he used a lot of those like soulful 70s sample, which kind of like everyone did at the time. But Ninth Wonder took that styles and elevated, you know, by a few notches. So for me, I always found that the 70s for our generation is basically the 90s to the younger generation, to this current generation, you know. How like in the 90s, I would listen to an album and I would dig for the samples. You know, I got to discover so much music like that through hip hop. I got to discover soul, funk, jazz, go-go music. Again, these were all genres that were sampled to make hip-hop beats. So that's why I was already familiar with Willie Hutch's sample from Black Coffee with the delicious Pam Grier, you know. So, courtesy of who sampled, I give it a 4.5 out of 5. What you gotta say about that, my man?
Production and beat. The track is so crazy. For this review, it's like I had forgotten about this track and how good this song was. I've missed that song back in 2004, to be honest. I discovered it only in late 2010 when I was looking for good hip-hop to listen in this lost age of music. Just for this review, I have listened to that track like 30 times in a row in a loop, man. It's been a while I haven't looped a song that long. Like back then in our era, in the 90s when we had the Walkman tape cassette, you know, we rewinded the song, you know. And about notes about the producer, Ninth Wonder, another one from him. It's 2 episodes in a row we got a Ninth Wonder beat in our top 1000, you know. And along with Primo, so far they're the only ones that has 2 pieces in our list, you know. And we gotta keep a tab on all the producers that had the most hits on our top 1000, or even create a poll about it, you know. And as for samples, like Ron said, 1974 Hospital Prelude of Love theme by Willie Hutch from Foxy Brown, the soundtrack. You know, it was best used by Mobb Deep on Still Shining on the L100 album in 1995. And also you had the Ghost Stetsa Eye by Stetsa Sonic, an 86 track. You had the classic Top Building by Audio 2, from 1987. And the two other samples were Show Me Some Love by Bernie Mac from the original Kings of Comedy in 2000. He took the vocals. And also Steve Harvey in 2004, Introduction of Jesus in the beginning, you know. He took the vocals. So, like Ron said, courtesy of whosample.com, it's amazing. Like us, when we grew up, we were so into music that we had to find out where would that come from. We read the credits. Who read the credits back then? I did.
Yeah.
That's why
me too.
That's why we had to buy the CDs. I didn't want the copy because the cassette, when I could afford it with my little money I had, and I had to read the credits, we produced, we wrote where the sample comes from. I was interested in the history, and we were crate diggers, you know, before we knew it. And this is why we're doing this with a passion, you know?
That's right.
So next, we're going to skip to relevance and longevity.
Relevance. Is this song still relevant? Longevity. Has this song stand the test of time? I will tell you guys, this one is for the heads only, okay? Old, new, this is for the diggers, the underground fanatics, conformists, and top 40 fans and radio listeners probably don't even know about that song. Okay, you had to be part of that movement. You had to be passionate about hip hop in order to get to that track. In Montreal, we have this incredible graffiti festival that is called Under Pressure. And at that time, I was a photographer covering this event. And the closing act was who? Masta Ace. So yeah, I remember it was a Sunday and I stayed. I remember like I had real work the next day, but I had the chance to see Masta Ace. I couldn't miss that. I was amazed because there were people that were in their 40s, okay, that have been following Masta Ace since the days of Biz, Me and the Biz. There were some 18-year-olds that just discovered Masta Ace because they came to check out some amazing graffiti art. It was incredible. And everyone was down. Everyone was enjoying the people that knew the lyrics were rapping along. The ones that didn't, they were bobbing. You know, you could tell they felt that vibe. So for me, relevance and longevity, I give it a 3 on 5. What about you, my man?
Yes, we pretty similar in the scoring for this one, you know, compared to the first 3 points. So for relevance, longevity, sadly it has only been sampled on 2 songs. Maybe because it's still recent, you know. Maybe like 10 years from now on, when the art form will go back, the music will change, the artist will respect more the craft. Maybe there will get samples, it will get sampled more. But people don't know this track, like Ron said. Only real heads and purists like us, geeks, you know, musical geeks, know Masta Ace's contribution to hip hop. And that's the part that saddened me. And also, this song is so relevant in that era. And the message it brings, it's so needed. That's what I think. But
Yep.
you know, you gotta respect the architects of this craft, respect the art form, you know. The song will definitely stand the test of time. It's real hip hop, you know. And a fun fact, did you know that he was part of the first lineup of the Crooklyn Dodgers? It was a super group that was composed of Buckshot, Masta Ace, and Special Ed. And the first and only record they had was Crooklyn, produced by Q-Tip. It was for the movie, the 1994 Crooklyn movie by Spike Lee. And in the music video, you also had appearance by Brooklyn-born athletes like Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson. Go check out the video. And
Yeah.
for that reason, for relevance and longevity, I give it a 3.25.
Oh, that's cool.
Impact. Powerful impact.
Boom from the cannon. Was this song impactful? Let's see. Number 44, okay, in the US independent albums. Number 82 on the R&B hip hop albums. So, yeah, there was a certain impact. That song also appeared on Ninth Wonder's The Best of Ninth Wonder, which came out in 2006. So there was some type of impact, but not that much though. Not that much. Most people have no idea who Masta Ace is, and unfortunately, most people don't care. This one is for the heads, and for this reason, impact, the best that I could do for my man Ace was a 3.75. What you gotta say about that, Jack?
Yeah, pretty fair. I understand your point, and we have to go with the facts, And I'm speechless and upset about this one, for impact.
I feel you.
It should have been more impactful song. Masta Ace is a great storyteller MC in the likes of Slick Rick. How I discovered his skill was not even on the symphony or on Money Malls. It was on his first album on the song Posting High, and this will be one of my pick in the 1000 top 10, the 1000 top. It's a great storytelling song, but overall he's an MC that's prone to a love for an art form that's long lost and forgotten. A classic song it is. It's like you have to compare him like an athlete. You have athletes that do the sport for the love of the game, like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and even in hockey, you had like Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby. No, I'm a hockey fan. I'm from the up north, but a lot of athletes, they got skills, but they do it for the money. They don't care about the love of the fans. And Masta Ace is like Jordan and LeBron. He does it for the love, the passion, because he loves it. He could have went pop, like doing featuring with Changing Faces, Brian McKnight, but he decided not, And for this, you got my utmost respect, Mr. Ace.
Indeed.
And a fun fact, did you know that October 31st, 2020, Masta Ace, it was his grand induction ceremony at the House of Hip Hop.
Oh.
And
we gotta check that out.
But the House of Hip Hop is a brand new art gallery from the Hip Hop Museum in Washington, D.C. So this is something, once that COVID is over, we have to go on site and check out the Hip Hop Museum. Because every music, rock and roll, they have a museum, except rap. We never had this, And this, I blame the people like Puff Daddy, the big heads, the moguls of rap. They should have done that many years ago. I don't understand.
I agree with you.
I don't understand. So go check that out. We're going to put the link for the Masta Ace inductee ceremony. And to sum it up, I have another quote from the song. It says, it defines everything with the whole review. It says, the game is changed, the game is strange. The game is lame and it ain't the same. But that's how it is. You can ask Giz. You can ask Biz. We did it for the kids. Respect. So for that reason, I give it a 3.25.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. And your grand total, my man?
For an overall total of 21.50 out of 25, I give it an 86%.
Okay.
Ace is wild.
That's right. As for me, I got an 18.25 for a 73%, and that's what's up.
Okay, but my favoritis made a big difference in the scoring at the end.
Yo, I have one word for you: vaccine, and it's coming.
What it's deserved a 5. So thank you for watching.
I agree.
And don't forget, we do it as a passion, as love, like Masta Ace. We love that art form, the hip hop culture.
That's right.
So go support us. We have a Patreon called Buy Me a Coffee. You could click on the link. You could donate to help us do that. We're doing this on our free time, We got families, lives, and everything, but we do it for the passion, So don't forget, we have our own merchandise, our own t-shirts, and also our metal poster displays. Thank you for watching.
Peace and we out.
Thank you for watching. And remember, this month we are giving away a limited edition Funko Pop Notorious B.I.G. figurine. All you have to do is subscribe to have a chance to win. Also, check out our premium apparel store. We have original t-shirts and more are coming on the way. You like cool artwork? Then check out 40 Years of Hip Hop displayed metallic posters. Also, guys, we landed our first official collaboration with 1804 The Movement. That's why we're rocking these fresh caps and beanies. You can find all of these links in the description down below. Alright, party people, so don't forget, subscribe, like, share, and comment. We're trying to blow up. And this is Mr. Ron with the G-Man saying peace, and we outie.